about now? There we go. Am I on the internet? Testing 1, 2. Have I made it to the interwebs? Weber Nets ahoy. Good morning. Hey Dennis, how's it going? Hey Chris, welcome. So, welcome everyone. My name is Kurt, and I am a comic book colorist usually half the week anyway. And I was gonna have some stuff ready for y'all today to color, but a certain book hasn't been announced yet. And that is one of that is one of the key limitations in what I can and cannot color on this channel. It's good that the world has heard of it before I get started. But so anyway, I wish that I had, some comic book pages to color. Instead, we're gonna practice art. I'm sorry. Wait, what am I doing? We're practicing. I'm told we're practicing today. We're gonna try to get better. So, I haven't done too many. Have I done any studies from reference on this channel ever? Probably not. I don't think so. So I thought that would be an interesting, at least, something we could all learn something together. So, this is Jackie Wells, my long-lost cousin here. I just like this picture. It's simple, but there's enough to do. There's a face on it. That makes it hard enough. But I figured we would use this. One sec. And I'm sorry, but I've got a bit of a cough today. But I have a cough button. But I figured just as I was working on a consultant job this week, a really nice guy that's learning to color, and there was so many little lessons along the way in this hour-long conversation that, like, I need to talk about this. I need to do a video on this. Basic stuff. Jackie is great. That's right. So, working digitally, it's always a bit of a cheat because, of course, I can line up what I'm doing over here, but that's good. It helps our measuring skills. So, like, what I like to do instead of, when you're first starting out and you don't know what you're doing and you're a kid, you're just like, all right, here's an eyeball, here's an eyeball. No, that sucks. Let me start over. Let me try his nose. No, that sucks. Blank canvas is scary. We're going to work. It's like a big lump of clay, and we can't just start putting details in it. We gotta make the clay look like a guy's head first. So anyway, his head starts about there. His chin ends about there. And another really nice technique for cheating your way through your initial sketch. This is not cheating. I'm just kidding. This is just a little technique. Is I'm not drawing his head when I do this angle right here. I'm drawing this big red shape above his head. If I think about drawing that shape, then I've got two angles on this line, basically. You know what I'm saying? I've got the angle of, I've got the viewpoint of this shape, and I can measure that against the viewpoint of this shape, So, anyway, I'm not getting that detailed yet, but yeah, like coming down here off his head. Let me not draw on the reference. Let me lock this so I don't draw on the reference. How about that? So, like, I'm looking at this line here. I'm going about how far away is that and that and that. Not looking at a lot of details here. And And I'm keeping this loose. It doesn't matter like how rough it is at this stage. But if we get the silhouette in here and kind of the rough outline, then from there, I think we can, it sort of acts as a structure to build everything else on, you know? But yeah, like, I mean, really what I'm double checking the negative space. You know, it's like, yes, I'm drawing the negative space, but I'm just using it as another way of verifying that the lines that I'm doing are where I want them to be. You know what I'm saying? But like it's easier for me to see that like there's a little bit more space between this collar and the side than I've got in here. Right about there. And but you're not just out here swimming in space going, what am I drawing? Like, you know, you've got some scaffolding. You know. Oh, that's my wife, Tina. Hello. Good morning. And of course, setting the reference like canvas size to be like the exact um, proportions as the reference is another nice thing, you know. So I'm like looking at this point here, how far away that is from that line. So like when I go to draw this, the cutoff for like where this sleeve is, I'm kind of using this line as a reference a bit. But I'm never, I don't know if I want to say never, but it's very rare that you're just, oh, I'm drawing the wrinkle, you know, independent of any other thing. You know, I'm looking at all the shapes around it. I'm looking at where the wrinkles go. Like all of it leads you to the next thing, you know? It's the same reason that I try to, like I've said it a million times, y'all are sick of it probably, but, you know, starting with something on the canvas color-wise, like a big main color, and then making your choices in reference to that. It's kind of the same principle here. Is you're making all the lines are always in reference to what's around them. And then like the distance from like his chin to where this thing starts, kind of looking at that. And I'm not really lined up, am I? That would make this part easier. So let's like here. And I'm not worried about line quality right now. I'm keeping this very, very loose. All right, so we've got a little tangent here where that begins. So I'm going to bring that in a little bit for my own sanity. Like where this line meets that thing, like they can't come to a point. That would give me hives or something in my art brain. So we increase the length of the bracelet slightly. How are you guys doing? How's life? Alright, and here I keep moving my canvas around. Because that's what I would do if I was on paper. And see, like, even this little triangle of black here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse worth a darn. Oh, my head is covering this part. Sorry. But yeah, there's like a little triangle, you know, that makes up where his wrist comes down. So again, I can use that to like help shape the rest of his hand. And then he's got a tattoo. I'm just roughing all this in here. Depending on how this goes will depend on how detailed this gets today. Alright, let's see. This shadow. And I don't even really know what that is on his chest. It doesn't really matter at this point. I just need to get like a rough shape of it in there. At this stage, it doesn't really matter. Like, I keep saying this, and what I think is I'm telling my younger self that it's okay that it doesn't look good at every second that you're working on it. Excuse me. Coloring the second issue of a book you colored before. Now writing your own. Awesome, awesome. Man, Jackie was got great veins as a former nurse, trained to not even trained, just like accidentally still sees all this stuff in everybody. This arm is so not right. So where did the arm go wrong? This comes down to here. This is too high. This goes down this way. Yeah, the arm, I'm looking at this space of his arm here, and there's way more arm here than I have drawn, which is why this arm looks too small. Yeah, and this needs to come back this way. Yeah, because this sleeve is actually lined up with the point of that little, whatever that is, that strap there. So that's like to here. We're getting there, we're getting there. And I still avoided the tangent. Oh, I just realized his arms aren't really crossed. He is reaching. Because he would be packing. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We're getting somewhere. Mr. Woods, member for 37 months? Wow. Everyone become a member for tons of extra color bits. Sorry if you missed this. This is a painting. It It is what it is right now. Right now, it's a sketch. Are you asking if this on the left is a painting or if what I'm making is a painting? Sorry. Thank you so much, Mr. Woods, for your long-term support. This is I'm pretty sure this is a screenshot. Or either it was something put out by the company, like a promo or something. Um, but it's not a painting, though. No. Like, this is an asset from the game company that made it. I didn't want to make reference from somebody else's art, you know, already. So, anyway. Yeah, he is a really fun character in Cyberpunk 2077, if you're just joining us, which is a game I have put far too much time in. His ear doesn't go all the way out there. I'm getting too detailed too early. Let's fix all of this. That goes to there. Goes this way. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm just gonna scribble. Feel more comfortable scribbling than trying to figure out what I'm doing right now. Thinking too much. All right. So it's not awful. Getting there. But yeah, if you give yourself enough little reference points, this is not there. I'm drawing it and it's not there. See, that's a perfect example of like my 12-year-old self connecting Gambit's collar around the top out of habit. But we're not seeing it at this angle. It's kind of a low angle. Like, that's why that book, what's it, the drawing the left side of the brain or whatever it's called, like, where they do a trick where, I'm sure you guys all know this, where there's a picture of an elephant. Here's a great elephant. All right. And they're like, draw the elephant, okay? And so you sit there and you're like, there's the trunk, there are the legs, and this looks awful, you know, or whatever. And then they tell you to flip the elephant and now draw it. Well, now, like, you're not thinking about, like, what this is. It's like you're just looking at the lines. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how to draw legs this way, so I'm just going to copy, you know what I mean? It gives you a different perspective instead of like, oh, I know what a trunk looks like, and your brain starts filling it in. It's a similar kind of thing. SCS Powerlifting, welcome. No calls for IT support. Awesome. So I'm gonna label this sketch, and then I'm gonna make a new layer. We're gonna label this values, and I'm gonna get like halfway to black. This is 50% gray right now. And Jackie has a much better hairline than I gave him. But we're gonna bring that down. Do I need to do, let me do all this together still. I'm not gonna do this on a separate layer yet because I still need to paint out some of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going for like straight up duplication here. I think once we've got a good place to start, then we can kind of, I want to do like a comic book version of this lighting on this guy basically. He's got like a red rim light from like the rear, and then there's what's it called? He's got like a soft like box light or whatever it feels like, you know, a soft light thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. A diffuser. My brother's a wedding photographer. He would be very disappointed at my me not knowing what I'm talking about. And are his eyes in the wrong place, or his nose is not long enough? The wonders of digital art. Yep, it's like I never drew it wrong. Yeah, I somehow have him looking more forward and slightly more De Niro in his, you know, expression. De Niro, a young De Niro would have been really good at playing this character. I don't know if he could do the accent well enough. All right. Let's see. I feel, yeah, I'm going to get under this with, let's see, that color. Is that about? Sure. So I'm gonna just lightly start putting in some values, and I'm building it up slowly with very little opacity so that I can, I'm sorry I'm talking so slow. I can't talk and draw at the same time really. But yeah, building it up slowly will let it come together a little bit more subtly, if that makes sense. And I'm kind of looking at this white, all these light reflections down the front of his face, and like avoiding all of those areas basically with this. And I'm also going back to the inks layer sometimes to push some of these values around. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I can always get back on top of this and erase to make things lighter. And so I'm not really thinking too much about the sharp, like these rim, like the really sharp light we're seeing through here and all of that. I'm kind of just letting that chill for now. And I'm really only thinking in terms of like values below the 50% point, basically. Like I've started, I think I said this last stream maybe, but I've started doing a little bit more. I've started doing this a lot more often where I'm building up all of the, what am I trying to say? The values that are below 50% gray, so that when I get ready to do, what you call it, the highlights, there's just a very clear delineation. Like, and I think having like a clear plan like that helps my brain. And this is really rough, so I'm trying to clean some of this up a little bit. But a lot of this is going to be in shadow and kind of be obscured, and so I'm not sweating like too much here, because I know I'm going to have just layers of stuff that I want to do on this. And a lot of times in art, you're not really painting detail, you're painting the perception of detail, you know. It just has to look like you did a lot of crap to it. Questions, comments, concerns? Not like critiques. That's not what I'm looking for here. I do enough of that myself. Thank you. And this is what Marco Bucci refers to as a lost edge. Like, we don't really see the edge of his jacket there. We do see more of this arm than I am. I'm just gonna merge all this stuff because I'm using them anyway. Widen this a little bit. Oh, and is that a finger? Yes, he has one finger out. Doo, 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 doo. Back to my washi brush, and I'm going to zoom out on this a little bit. Doom, 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 doom. Do you like to cook? If so, what is your best recipe? Man, I I'm not very good at it. Um what do I like to cook? Like we do a lot of like red beans and rice and crock pot stuff and, you know, jambalaya and actually steaks. Like that's how I cook. Steaks on the grill is my best recipe. um yeah, and it's really not close. I wasn't really thinking. All right. Let's We're going to shove his face around a little bit. This is the liquefy tool. Really good for just pushing all the lines out of the way. That don't look bad. That don't look bad. It's not perfect, but for what I'm trying to accomplish in the time I'm trying to accomplish it today, I think it's gonna work. Grilled steak for the win. That's right. And I don't have a crazy recipe either. Like I literally have like it's salt, pepper, uh, garlic powder, like the dried minced onions, a little bit of chili powder, just enough to like give it a little bit of kick, but nothing crazy spicy. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. There's something else that goes in the little dry rub I make, and then just spread it all over. Sear one side over the hot coals for like 2 or 3 minutes. Flip it the other side. Sear the other side 2 or 3 minutes. Bring it to the the cooler side of the grill and let it sit till it's done. That's it. It's the easiest way to do it, but they taste delicious. All right. I still think he looks more like Robert De Niro than Jackie, but that's gonna have to do for now. This is the best I can do. All right. What is this thing here? Oh, it's cross. Yeah, I'm just like painting the dark parts. And then switch to transparency and paint the light part. And I'll do more like highlights and whatnot on this later, but yeah, you can actually see more what it is in mine than his, but and again, I'm like kind of ignoring details. Got ahead of drawing across before it was really ready. Because you're like, oh, I know what that looks like. It's like, oh, this one's different. It's got blah, 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 or whatever. And we got a chain. All right. And he actually has 3 bracelets. All right. Let's see. So I'm gonna go up to. Let's just go to. I'm gonna do this on a new layer. I'm gonna go to white, just pure white, because I want to do this kind of more stylistically. I think. Then it's done over here, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably find new issues. We'll clean them up. I'm gonna do this. No, I'm not. I'm doing it on top. I was gonna do it underneath, but I changed my mind. And I'm kind of looking for all these little light blue areas on his skin that are kind of reflecting this soft blue light. I'm actually gonna go back to my pencil. I'm liking the more jagged look on this. I think for the way this is gonna finish, I think this might look better. A little bit of built-up Channing Tatum in this, yeah, maybe so. It's like Tatum and De Niro combined. So I'm going to use the quick math. Wait, let me put all this. Is this all? It's not all. I'm gonna put all this on one layer. And I'm gonna use the quick mask to select all of this. And I don't want it to have a hard edge on what I'm grabbing, so I'm just using the soft edge of the brush. And then I'm going to go to the liquify tool and bring the whole thing down a little bit. Lovely. Lovely. All right, what else? Sorry, my ankle just popped. Feels like it needs to. Give me a second, guys. I'm at a bad cramp here in my. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Jeez. I was sitting on my foot, and I swear my entire. Yeah, it's like my whole leg is bowed. It's just not. That's really hurting. Jeez. Anyway. All right. Whew. My goodness. Sorry. I feel like my leg is trying to break itself. Like, just. Ugh. You're impressed you were able to give so much depth with so few layers? It's really not about the layers, you know? It's, I mean, they help. But, anyway, I'm thinking. Let's see. I still need. Yeah, it's so close. Man, likenesses. Likenesses, man. I'll take it. All right. So, on an overlay layer, let me see if this is going to do what I expect it to do first. Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually going to just brighten all of this a little bit. And by doing it on an overlay layer, it leaves the darkest darks and the lightest lights alone. But it's good for shifting values around within a range. Like I can darken this part of his arm, and it's not affecting those veins and stuff quite as much. And all of this is meant to be very dark. And I did lose a finger in here somewhere. Or almost lost it. Let's see, what else? Ow. Yeah, my ankle's doing something weird. It's an old injury that feels like it's trying to uninjure itself. It's like, remember when you twisted this 12 years ago? All right. All right, I'm going to make an overlay layer on top. And let's see. Just as a base to start from. And then let's see. This is a bit of an experiment. I don't do this very much. And I'm doing this on the same overlay layer with that red. So it's just kind of neutralizing it and making it a bit gray. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm sort of trying all the things here. This is a hard light layer, so it affects things a little bit more, but it still works with everything that's there. Ooh, I shouldn't do that on that layer. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to clean this up on the layer underneath all of this. You're right. I don't know. It looks like maybe somebody combined because if it's in his jacket, it can't be up here. You're right. I'm just now, yeah. Somebody would look at this and go, "See, AI drew this. Not the artist is a dumbass." Like, sorry, sorry about that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm trying to cool off his skin a little bit, a lot more than it is in that other one, but we're close. We're in the ballpark. Not bad for an hour. The only reason you didn't publish a graphic novel already is only because you didn't want to, because you're fast as hell and darn good, brilliant drawing in less than an hour. Oh, I appreciate it. It's all right. It's you can tell it's him, but that's about it. So I'm happy with that. I'll take that. Because I'm not. I've never been good at likenesses, like at all, at all. But yeah, they're very hard to do. Oh, that helped a lot. He's not doing the De Niro thing now. Because Jackie's always smiling, always smiling. Yeah. Now he just looks confused, but yeah. Whenever he's talking in the game to somebody on the thing, he's got these glowy. Well, everybody in the game pretty much when they you get paid or whatever, like your eyes glow. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Well, I'm happy with it. I mean, for yeah, whatever, an hour of work. The color scheme is not really the same. I could probably do some finagling with some um what do you call them? Gradient maps. Well, it kind of pushes it back to monochromatic. I like the warm. What's beneath? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can I just fill in the background? Did I paint all that through completely? Nope. feel like it needs some really insane, like, offset color. It's really different from everything else on the canvas. I just want to see what this looks like. I might not keep it. I might not keep it. I reserve the right to change my mind. Now it looks official. You got to get that yellow in there. That's what it is. Yeah, I like the contrast better with the really bright background. My rim light's a little rough around the edges, but I'll take it. Reminds of, I don't know this name or how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna look it up. Do. He's a writer, artist. Cool art. Sweet interpretation of the reference. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's, you know, yeah, I like how it came out. All right. Well, I have a lot of work, and that's why I was actually just able to draw today, because I've got a lot of work that I can't show right now, and so I couldn't do anything on stream comic booky. But I'm hoping this one book gets announced soon. One of the two books gets announced soon. Then I'll be able to get back to coloring on here again. My own book still out there at some point when my brain can slow down. But thank you guys so much for watching today. I do hope if you enjoyed it and you want to actually learn something coherent, check my courses in the description. And what else you need to do? Click the buttons. Click all the buttons now. Be sure you click those. The thumbs and subscribe, like, comment, join. All the things. Do all the things. Oh, and also, I the other day on real quick, if any of you are like, man, I don't know if I want to sign up for this guy's Patreon, because who knows if there's anything going on in there. Who knows if he's ever done anything or if it's worth anything. And I'm telling you, I realized today or last week, let me find this. There is a playlist of 62 months of member streams that you have access to when you sign up. It's 1 month. If you sign up for 1 month, you get access to all of it. And so there's like 100 hours or something of feedback on coloring work, and literally probably thousands of little tips and tricks and things. And so yeah, think about it. Think about signing up if you're interested in learning about that kind of stuff. I'm trying to find, members only stream has, is there some kind of way that YouTube used to tell you how long a playlist was, and they don't anymore. YouTube playlist calculator. Let's see. Let's check this out. There are total playlists. Can I show this? I'll take a screenshot. I can't show all of that. But yeah, this is my real hard pitch, guys. This is as hard of a pitch as it gets right here. Around here anyway. Where is that button? That's a lot. Okay, let's see. Copy and then paste. So if you were to start the playlist now, there are 4 days, 9 hours, 57 minutes, and 15 seconds of videos of me looking at people's work over the last couple of years. How many hours is that? 4 times 24 plus 10. That's 106 hours for $5. So, consider thinking about doing that if you want to learn from some of that. There's a little perk for you. All right, all you guys are signed up already. I think just about. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I will see y'all next time. Take care.